Hey tech fans, how you doing? We had a live stream early this morning. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, we got another day. Um but that one got a little out of well, it was pretty interesting. A lot of things were talked about. But anyway, so if you missed it, oh, I did miss my. Okay, so we have two of these. Okay, I did show a video on this once. So, and access points. That other device, something weird with that one. Um, so we have these. Can these be used with fiber? Yes, they can. Can they be used with T-Mobile? Good question. I think they can. Why can't they? That's a business. This is business access point. This is not like the typical little access stuff that you get with your regular, because you have two classes. You have the home, and then you have the business. You can use the business in the home, which is good. These are managed, so you can control them, right? These are managed VLAN, virtual LAN. A lot of businesses use virtual LAN, and they mask their whole network like that. And that's a different IP address. And virtual LAN, the devices can't communicate unless you have them, shared or something like that. But you have this. So this is popular. This is the EAP 225 version 3. Even though the AI could not get it right. Oh, it only goes up to version 2. No, it goes up to version 3. I have version 3 here. So I have two of these. One was for 2.4 gigahertz band. Even though it has 5, it's dual band. It has 3 antennas built in. 3 for 2.4 and 3 for 5 gigahertz. Well, wait, hang on a second. The way this was configured, I have to look it up again. It gets tricky. Either it has 5 antennas, because the 2.4 is the problem one. It doesn't. Let me see something. Oh, there's the wrong account to do this. I try to do everything under the tech account. Okay, I like to do things on many ANTs. I should say version 4. This is called the AC1350. So the TP-Link has things mixed up sometimes. AC13. Is that 1350? Has 3 internal antennas. That's not right. That's the wrong one. The indoor, very misleading. Have 2 different type of devices. Has 3 omnidirectional antennas. It says 1 for the 2.4 band and 2 for the 5 gigahertz band. Okay, that's what it says there. What is TP-Link? TP-Link says. They're inexpensive if you can get them. Okay. I like how they say 450 megabytes when we know the truth about that. That's for the 2.4 and 867 for the 5 gigahertz band. I don't know if it has that information. A lot of them don't. See, they don't go into too much depth because a lot of people don't care. But okay, so it says it has 3 omnidirectional antennas, 4 dBi for the 2.4. But what about the 5? This is not enough information. You gotta go right to the source. It's 1 gig in that port, up to 450 for the 2.4, up to 867 for the 5 gigahertz. 802.3 AF PoE, passive PoE, 3 antennas. So that means it's 1 antenna for the 2.4 and 2 for the 5 gigahertz. Man, when they, oh wow, it says there's 5.2 21 gigs of garbage found. Yeah, well, can't clean that now. Gotta clean that later. These still work and they still function. Let me double check something here. Let's ask our little guru friend here. The T-Mobile mesh with the AP. Can you attach control extra port on the mesh AP? I was curious. Yes, you can. Access point extra Ethernet port on the T-Mobile mesh, but there is a few important details to make for it to work properly. So the T-Mobile gateway or mesh space, Ethernet mesh AP node secondary, and then the secondary Ethernet access point. That setup extends your network using the mesh to bridge reach to the E2 recommended ESN. Avoid IP conflicts and double NAT. Mode access, not the mode on the router. It's not a router. It's an access point. He doesn't know what the heck that is. I have to tell it. Yes, I told it. The EAP225, it's not a router. What do you keep on saying? It's a managed access point. It's the OMAN, the controller. Oh, that's well, it can use with those things. Well, I thought about doing this. This would boost, but this I wanted to know if I can plug this in. You know, it would be cool, right? And you say, gee, what do you need this for? Connect it to the T-Mobile and see what it does. But remember, this only does the T-Mobile does I think Wi-Fi 6, and this is on Wi-Fi 5. But it doesn't matter on the 2.4s if it's Wi-Fi 5 because those can only go up to so much. As you know, the 2.4 is very limited. That they can inflate it to 450, but it's really not that. You can actually go down to 72. It can be really like that. Now, see, I would connect this up there, then it would have two, but it would be better to use something else. I am not using this with I could use this with the BGW too, because it's business. It can amplify, but that's Wi-Fi 6. Why would I degrade going that way? I want to add an extender. A lot of them say, oh, you should disable. Yeah, but if you disable the internal BGW's ANT, because you want to extend the signal out, okay? And the signal's not getting out. But that can do this whole area here, where the other one can go beyond with the restrictions. It depends how you have the gateway. If the gateway is enclosed. Now the gateway is up in the attic for the T-Mobile because two reasons. Because it's also doing the cellular. It boosts the cellular. You don't want that radiation. You don't want that rays in the house because you get a headache. I know I do. I'm very sensitive. But it's working. Because up there, if you put it up there, those antennas that's built in can tap into the cell service, and then I get 4 antennas. If I put it down below, I don't get no 4 antennas. See, 4 to 5. Now with 5, I can hook up 2 more antennas, 2 more amplified antennas for cell. Can tap into them unless it was omnidirectional and it picked up both antennas, one in the back and one in the front. And you wouldn't have to buy 2, so you just plug in it'd be quad. It would have 4 antennas because it's quad. There's 4 leads up there hooked up to that box up there. Then you would put that on the top of the roof, and then have it capture the 2 antennas. Because omnidirectional antenna, it'll pick it up, and now it should give me 5 bars out of 5. In theory, we don't know because I didn't do it. But that's another investment. If you really want to go out, because a lot of you complain that T-Mobile's, is not fast. It's a signal. Signal, and that signal has to be good too. If too many people on the signal, it's going to degrade. And well, that's the way that is. It's a system that's made for cell phones and was never made to have internet access. Cell phones with internet access. So that's what they did. They created a system. Hey, wait, couldn't we just do both? Yeah, how do we do that? Before they had little hotspots in your house. Now they have what they got here. And don't get me wrong, it does work. It handles all the lighting here. And things that are 2.4, because a lot of smart devices are 2.4, except for the TV. Some of them are 5, Wi-Fi 5, and the new ones are Wi-Fi 6, and that helps with because you want to watch 4K, you want to watch Dolby Vision, you want to watch everything like realistic, So it pays a price. It's a lot going on there. Yeah. So you can tap into the fiber, but if the TV is only going up to Wi-Fi 5, which are these, that's the max you're going to get. Then you can assign the TVs this and get off the higher fiber and use the T-Mobile. But then again, do you want to go that route? So I like I said, I have 2 of those. I can place those around the house, but you're not going to get the full fiber. So you have to upgrade it. That's what's in here. We upgrade it. I don't know why I didn't think of this at the time. I think the reason why I bought the travel router was to I was curious about it, and it's the same thing that TP-Link has, those travel routers. TP-Link is a cheap travel router. It's dual core, 512, 128 ROM, read-only memory. It's for like $39 on Amazon. I saw it there. It's the one without the antennas outside. It's internal. It has all the same features as the ones with the antenna. The one with the antenna is Wi-Fi 7. That one is Wi-Fi 6. It has a lot of features. It has all the features that the other one has. It just doesn't have Wi-Fi 7. It just has Wi-Fi 6. It'd be the same thing as the other brand. But the other brand, the interface is not good. I didn't realize the other brand, who they really were. And, that's the price you pay. So we had the file server is working, by the way. Okay. Sometimes there's little hiccups. Like for instance, we have a 500 gig on drive. That was on the $15 on and clearance, brand new in the box. Last year. Should have bought 2 of those. That'd be a gig. No, that would be that'd be 1 terabyte. Yeah. 500, yeah, 1 terabyte. for $30. That's not bad. SanDisk makes it for because Walmart don't make anything. They make money. That's pretty much it. They had no time to make anything. They can slap their name on products. You don't even know who make the product. Yeah. But besides that, so except now they own Vizio, so the new on boxes are Vizio made. Yeah. So that's where they're not making it. Those Roku TVs, the orange ones, are gone, and they're blue boxes. That's so they had a 50-inch on in a blue box. Vizio it would be 178. That's pretty cheap. But that's 50-inch. That's not 55-inch. But I see people buying that. It's such a small box. Let me see, very thin. Anyway, so let's see. Let's open up this. So those of you who are on Vine and also you on Reddit, I didn't realize Reddit was affected by the AWS, the Amazon Web Services. A lot of things were affected by that. Holy cow. Reddit, all you Reddit users. Oh. What's this? Why did I throw this thing in there? Wow. So, what with this? This is Wi-Fi 7. Well, for future, because eventually I will upgrade to Wi-Fi 7. Because TVs and everything will have it right now. Like that. Okay. The next one to watch out for is Wi-Fi 8. Wi-Fi 8 is supposed to fix everything, but we don't know yet. That's what they said. They said 802.11. Then draft was going to fix everything. It said the most on Wi-Fi 6 on this little baby here can get 2,976. Wi-Fi 7 can get you up to 5,012 megabytes. That's 5 gig and 2.9. It's almost 3 gig. Oh, wow. Power adapter, not good. Huh? Oh, shit. Oh, what the heck? A problem here. They said that it was included. Oh, that's not. So what is supposed to use this with? PoE. This is, hang on a second. A lot of work configuring and finding out what I need. Okay, so there's no adapter. There's nothing with this one. The other one, they had another one, but that was for deployment. That came with the adapter, but I don't want an adapter. I want one of these. So we have to get one for this. That's the trouble. So me and ChatGPT. Alright, I call him Cal. Cal for chat. Call him Cal. See what happens. But he might keep calling you Cal. That's a bug in there. But yeah, it's a shame. No adapter. But I don't want no plug. It's a 12-volt plug. But you gotta use the right voltage. Can't take a chance. It's better off going this way. But I'm using Cat 8. I'm going with Cat 8. I said, that's a lot. Cat 8. Not too bad. A good deal. It's flat. You don't have this round. Uh, so this will go to the LAN port. This goes to the LAN port, and this goes to the this is the PoE. Okay, but you can't use this one because this is made for this one. They're different. I should play around with T-Mobile with this and see how it works. But then this could control. But see, in T-Mobile, there's not much you can do with the 2.4 gigahertz in the phone. I have to look at the app again because everything's done on the phone. You know, to control all this stuff. I can go to the T-Mobile. I haven't gone in a while. And see how it's doing. I get what that is. It's you know, I could find out. Holy cow. I mean, I'm gonna switch. So the way to use T-Mobile, you have to switch. Then I'm not using the same SSID, so I have to switch to that. Let me see if I can switch to. Oh, there it is. To control the printers, because the printers are 2.4 802.11n, both of them. Okay, it worked when I switched. I see the gateway is functional. So you can, there's a, what do we call it again? There's an interface for the T-Mobile system here. It says, I haven't looked at it lately. Has it updated lately? It's been running for 22 days. Signal is good. It should be very good. That's what I mean about it. It fluctuates, the signal between the towers. If I put the antennas, I was going to get RV antennas for sale, because back then they were dirt cheap. Now you'd have to get, I don't want to get that quad stuff from that quad company. I think there's a lot of money overpriced. Most of that stuff you can put in the glass, but I don't have it set up like that, where you're restricted by putting it, like in an apartment, you put it in the glass and you aim it down. I have to put it on the roof, so I have to get the roof high. So, but the signal on the roof, the signal bounces between good and very good, so it's back to good now. Sometimes on the phone you see it says very good. Can't get excellent. That's what. Back in the day, back in 2017, I had T-Mobile and I had a booster for cell booster. We didn't have this gateway stuff that I have today. And with the booster, I got excellent, but there was a price. I put it in the utility, with washing machine, dryer. I got a headache. That thing was strong, very strong. I don't know how strong it was. I was getting 5 bars on the cell phone, 5 bars, because that's what I wanted. But it was the price. When I took that out of the house, I felt better. When I canceled the service, that thing was $4.99. I had to send it back to them because they wasn't renting it or anything. That's how much it cost to boost the signal. So when I got up in the attic, it's supposed to do the same thing, but I don't think it's as strong because it's doing cell phone, it's doing gateway, it's doing wireless. It's all these different things happening with it. Yeah. Well, at least I can see that it's functional. That's the problem with the connection quality. It should be very good. I've taken pictures and showed that. Very good. Okay, let me get back. Let me get out of this thing here. Let me see what the speed is since I'm here. I use fast. That's what fast says. I was curious to see what we get for download speeds. With the T-Mobile. Oh my goodness gracious. Are you serious? 220. That's terrible. Upload speed. It's saying upload speed is 10. Oh wow, it's only 9. That's pretty bad. Okay, I tweak fast. On the tweak the fast, it says my internet speed is 400. Okay, what's upload speed? Okay, it's working on the upload speed. So it's 400 down by tweaking. So you change the parallel connection. The max is 10 on that. They have it at 8. If you've been doing networking and tweaking for a long time and play around with a program called TCP Optimizer 4, okay, that was made from Speed Guide. They came up with that, which was pretty cool. Hey, what's the upload speed? 320. Let me cycle this. Okay, 1.4 gig, well, megabytes. That's what it peaked on the T-Mobile. But you're not gonna get that. Too many devices on this. We have a lot of all the lights except for these things. Now it says 420. That's upload speed. I was curious about upload speed. Upload speed, I'm showing 10. I haven't done this in a while. And this is on Wi-Fi 6. It's holding on 10 megabytes. 10 megabytes. 10 megabytes. So it's 420 down. But you know, with 1 gig on the cable and legacy like that, it's 1 gig. But if the cable company has the modem set to 940, right? Actually, that's what you're getting. Then it goes through your router. And by the time you see it, it might show 600, or 600 is the max on something like that on cable. Now here's a different story. I can't get no higher than 5. I got 500 down, 520 down, 510. I got 510 down. Yeah, I could. Oh, I can't because it has information. I can't do it. Can't show everything. I mean, others put a piece of paper and block it out. I got 13. I got 14. Let's lock it on to 14. It's not bad. 510 down. 510 megabytes down. I'm not lying to you. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't know. Why lie? Well, who you impressing? I'll tell you what it is. It's 14 down. Legacy 20 ms, and uploaded is 128. Yeah, but that's coming from a place that server that it's going to. It's far from here. So if the server was closer, I guess. But that's the way it's going to run to. 510 is not bad for T-Mobile. I mean, that's good. A lot of you be happy with 510 and 14 up. But it varies. It's not a lock-in. It's a variable. I'll have to take a picture of this and post it. Maybe I should. Okay, I'll do it. Picture taken. Yeah, you just hit print screen, and the new Windows 11 feature will come up. Okay, so So I'm taking a picture without any private information.
Canva seems to be a
Okay. Everybody's going kung fu fighting. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna post it in the community so you can see what the latest is. I don't edit my video, so I'm trying to make sure when it's recorded. It's better. I don't have time to edit. Oh, I got a new lens for my it's NDF. It's a filter. You know, so we have a new lens. I could do a review on that. You know, and we'll have to use it on the camera. That's for the Z30. For that, copy and paste and save as. I should save it to the new file server. Save it to the file server. Okay. Oops, that's hey, where's the file server? That's not it. Where's the file server? Where is the file server? That's oh, I know why. Because the file server is on a different. It's on a different. You know why I can't see it? It's on a different SSD. I'll have to switch out. I'll go back on. It's on fiber. That's why it doesn't show up. Yeah. Now when I search for it, it'll come up on the network. Yep, there it is. Let's see. I'll put it in the shares. I don't want that folder. Actually, I'm gonna create a new folder. Albert's voice. Actually, let me see. Delete. All right, and here we're gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call it tech because I have Albert's voice channel, so we'll just put it on the tech, and I'm gonna save it there. Okay. Holy cow! What happened? All right, now I have to go save it. Save as under the shares. What's wrong now? Let me see what's happened here. What's happened here? Oh, that was skip. I want to create pin to quick access the share folder, so I can now save this. Save as. Should be there. Come on, what's going on here? Oh, there it is. Tech. I'll just save this. Speed test from fast T-Mobile. Okay. Wi-Fi 6. Save. That's it. Boom, it's saved. So there we go. So very easy. There are some little glitches, you know. If you had a problem, say you're transferring files and you're stopping it. You know what I have? I have 500 gig for this for the laptop here, right? Oh, it needs to be cleaned out. I see. I'm gonna close all this out. And every time Microsoft does an update, right? Wow, to hear us hang out the whole time. Every time they do an update, we got a problem. It cuts the USB drive off. So that's the whole point of this stuff. Because I'm tired of I have to reload it. I want to get these. Everything should be on a central location, and you just pull your files out. You download when you download on your computers. Send them unless you travel and you leave your house. If your computers are permanent and they don't move to stay in your ecosystem, your network system, then you just leave it as it is. Okay, you don't care. But if you leave the house, you have to have a substitute folder pop up to store your data, or you take a small hard drive with you. You're talking about something really tiny. Oh, it cleaned it. On this computer here, and this computer, and the one that's holding the files, you have to keep the system clean. Eventually, everything gets clogged. Eventually, I'll get SSDs and get rid of those 4 terabytes. But right now, money's because that's a lot of money. You're looking at $200, or you can get 2 terabyte 8s. That's a lot. That's gonna be 16 gig of storage. It's a lot. And of course, your $400 is too much money. All right, that's it. And don't save. This is great. So I can save like I used to. This is how I used to run the NAS. And you can watch movies over the NAS. I have Sony had made media players. I don't know if they work with Windows 11 though. I'll have to see. I can't see why not. They were designed for Windows 7, so you plug it in, and you can watch anything in your computer filing system. I'm sure they have something like that today. So you'd have to go through your TV and switch the port over to that, which it would be not 4K, it'd be 1080p. Would be the max. A lot of you guys download stuff from the internet that you're not supposed to. That's how you did it. You was able to watch it like that. You tell your it's because before people just made CD movies and DVD movies, and then they switched to. Actually, no. Before that, how it worked. They made VHS movies, and then they made CD movies, and they make DVD movies. But you don't have to do all that and all that work. Make your own fancy titles by getting the right software to do it. And then they look very professional, and nobody could tell the difference. You make your own label on your DVD, and you just went hey, tell all your friends, hey, look what I made. You made the cover too, and everything. You did the same thing with music, which is also no there, but yeah. But now you don't have to do all that stuff. You just stream it. Yeah. But then again, you hurt the companies. I know, but that's how it is. A lot of you do all sorts of things. Well, that's why I said, if you can do all that stuff, then hey, you could do cybersecurity. You could do a lot of stuff because you have, the internet. They're looking for people who know the internet. Same thing with the traffic control. You got to know your way around. You play video game. What do? You're controlling your starship, right? If you're good at doing all of that, yeah. Anyway, I just want to tell you about that. Now, when we get what's missing for this, which is a shame, adapter's not included. There were two of these on that Amazon. One was the 720, E8. It was EAP 720. I can't find it on the internet. You can't even find it on the TP-Link site. There's no information on the thing. It says it's used for deployment only. But they sell it with a regular black adapter. I don't want that. It looks cheap. So we went with this one. This one is a little faster than that one. But it doesn't come with the adapter. I could have sworn. I must have overlooked that. Can't overlook those things. This is in the box. We'll talk more about this when I get the accessories I need. They should come here by Friday. I can't wait for Sunday. No way. But I could play around with that and hook up this. But see, if I do use this right now, right? We're not getting Wi-Fi 6. We get Wi-Fi 5. That's the only problem with this stuff. But at the time, this was good for what it could do. This would be good for what this would be good for? For the TVs. 5 gigahertz on the TV. Because the TVs are Wi-Fi 5, they're not Wi-Fi 6. You can't really tell the difference. They can still do a lot of things. And that will take the load off of that. Right? So keep this, use this on devices that support Wi-Fi 6 full power. That's what this could be used. And that one for devices that support Wi-Fi 5, which would be the TVs and things like it that still support Wi-Fi 5. You see what I mean? That's how you could do it that way. Okay. You can have as many access points as you want and then have everything point to that access point. Okay. This one you would have, I would say a different SSD for that one. Or you can use the same one. How you gotta know which one's which? With the SSD, you have to change it. Otherwise, it'll bounce to that. So you don't want these two on the same network. You still be able to do things, but it's bouncing around. So it gets kind of tricky. Yeah. So these had two. One was for 2.4. Everything that was 2.4 would go on that, and everything it would have the same SSD. But the thing is, it'd be set for 2.4 only, right? And then there's another one was for 5 gigahertz, and that would be for everything 5 gigahertz wise. And that's the way I had it ran. It ran pretty well on tripods or ceiling. Ceiling. This would get really hot on the ceiling. That's the problem. You mount it on the ceiling, it's gonna get hot unless you had something to cool it. It gets really hot. So this has there's a bracket up there for that, and all you have to do is like this, and it locks on, which is pretty neat. I wanted to see how it works up, and then you have the little glowing light that you can turn on and off here. So, this has no plug. This all it has is a reset button and the Ethernet cable going in. That's all you have. Reset. That's it. This is very simple. It worked. I never had a problem with it. And it gives it a VLANs, virtual LANs with it too. This one I don't know. Let's see how this one goes. I don't have the original. I had the original box for that. That's why I don't like to throw none away. You should keep the original box if you plan on selling, because it helps when selling. Okay, we'll see what happens. All right, hey. Oh. Okay, so that's it. We just have to wait until Friday. Anyway. What's going on here? Let's see. All right. So this will go out today. And let me close that on that running. See how we're doing here. Okay, so good. Okay. I'm going to do a video on YouTube only. Okay, we're not going to mix it up. This was just about this. Okay. Hey, hit that subscribe button. You like the channel? Like what you see? You like the live streams? I know you do. Live streams will be more under control. Okay. And I was tired when I made it, but I said, hey, let's make one anyway. Okay. Thanks again for watching. And this is about this.